kick off, set it off. Go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9-3, but it gets real cold in the fall. That's when the season start. Bucs get hard, win after win, ripping the division apart. Panthers, they pussycats. Falcons got bird flu. Take the Ravens and Dolphins and open up a zoo. Cause one thing's for sure, better than the Bucs, they show lane. And every day in Tampa Bay, we say fuck the Saints. We in Tampa Bay, baby. 813 going crazy. Tampa, boy. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. And we in Tampa Bay, baby. Tell them where you from. 813 going crazy. Yeah. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. Now when I say the loose cannons, what? Do you know what I mean? I'm talking Bobby Latte, Stank Bastard, and Samurai Lee. You ain't never seen no hurt before, no podcast like this. These boys will entertain you, then take you on road trips, go to other cities, raid and pillage, watch the Bucs kick ass. If we in the stands and fans talk shit, we gon' whoop them fans. You'll see us in the red and pewter, with the white and black, might be high drunk as fuck. Straight talking smack if it's a home game. Best believe you gon' hear this chant. It be like Buccaneers. Buccaneers. One more time. Buccaneers. We in Tampa Bay, baby. B813 going crazy. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. And we in Tampa Bay, baby. B813 going crazy. This Bucs podcast be the greatest. Loose cannons blasting on them haters. Okay, when the ships departed, we gon' get retarded. Nowadays, that phrase is disregarded. I'm at a Bucs party with a loose cannons, blasting facts and keeping you laughing. You see a white dude, no shoes, oh boo, that stank bastard. Who's up next? The big Latino. No fake, his steak, mi churino. Dominicano, papi latte como café, and el temprano. Something that you can feel, nothing but the real. Gonna analyze everything that happens on the field. Any given Sunday, like Willie Beeman, you might throw up. YouTube, the loose cannons, and these three fools show up. I've told you about two, let me interrupt.
You're fucking...
What is up, Bucs Nation? It is September, 23, 2024. You're watching the Loose Cannons podcast, officially part of the 813 network, which means you can find us not only on YouTube, but also on www.the813.tv, along with a ton of other content, a bunch of new shows, written content, written pieces, a bunch of amazing stuff. So make sure you guys check that out. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are new. Now, you guys know who I am. Sammer, hanging out with my boy Poppy Latte and the little dick energy one himself, the one who cursed this past Sunday, the one who's created this sore throat of mine because of the anger which I displayed at that stadium within the first half of that game alone.
Good.
Stank bastard. Stank, the floor is yours, sir.
Take your lap. Take your fucking victory lap.
Yeah.
Son of a... Go ahead.
The only Bucs fan I know who is rooting for a loss.
I'm not going to do whatever it is you guys think I'm going to do, which is just flip out. Okay? I was right. I felt it right down in my berries. Okay? You know, like right when you're on the elevator, that part right there between your hole and your sack that just speaks to you sometimes? Yeah, it was talking. It was talking to me all week, and I just had that feeling. Everybody in the chat who knows what I'm talking about, give me a thumbs up, okay? I had a feeling it was going to be ugly, and unfortunately, I was right. And so, just like Poppy has made me apologize, go full screen and make Stank apologize. Every day, the last couple shows, I've had to apologize. I think it's time that you two go full screen.
Apologize? Apologize for what? You should apologize. You caused this.
I didn't cause this.
We all know little dick energy in the universe is not good.
I just predicted it.
So, look, the beginning of the season starts out, we avoid the injury bug in training camp for the most part. We get our guys ready to go. Right before the season starts, Kalijah Cansey can't play. Sorry, okay, we're down one guy. before the end of the first half of the first game, not only were we down our starting corner, we were down 3 starting corners. We were playing with a backup nickel / safety playing starting cornerback 1. A bunch of dudes out there playing positions they're not supposed to be playing, okay? I mean...
Sorry, somebody said the
Saying felt that he had a UTI. Correct, I agree. Yeah. Okay.
Fucking comment of the night. And
Then we go... We get away. We avoided it somehow, right? We get over it. Then we go on to week 2. Oh, out of nowhere, Luke Gedicke, starting right tackle, stud, guy who stopped Aiden Hutchinson in his tracks. He's just not going to play. Oh, by the way, before the half is over, Vita Vea, not here. Oh, by the way, Antoine Winfield Jr. got injured in week 1, so he's not going to play. Somehow we got lucky and we won week 2. Played our asses off, too. So maybe in week 3, you're like, all right, we're a good team. We've overcome. We got this. No, I believe it finally caught up. Or, stank, your little dick hit the field.
I think we may have emptied the tank in Detroit, and then we're probably looking forward to the Eagles a little bit, kind of feeling ourselves.
Yeah.
I love what the leaders said in the locker room. I love what Baker said. I love what Mike said. I love what Zion said. Zion, how much has that kid grown up? Wow. His comments as far as, you know, they were pissed off for 2 weeks. We've been happy celebrating for 2 weeks. You know, that's a message. You know what I mean, to the team. Like, we're a little too happy. We're a little too happy-go-lucky, just hanging out. You know, no big deal. We thought they were gonna roll the ball across the field. And the fact of the matter is that they punched us in the mouth. Mike Evans said it. Sam and I were at the game. We talked about it. We're like, dude, what is going on? And I just kept looking at Sam. Like, they just look flat. They look flat. They look no energy. They don't look like they even want to be out there. It looked fucking weird. I do want to say that this fucking fan base, man. I mean, y'all make my fucking head hurt. Y'all make my soul hurt sometimes. Like, guys, everyone thought we would be here through 3, 2-1. Nobody expected us to beat Detroit, and we did, right? All the stupid shit we've seen on Twitter, right? The most wins in the NFC since 2020. You know, the most starters or the second most starters in the entire NFL drafted. All this stuff. And after one game, everybody's just ready to fucking throw the baby out with the bathwater, just lose their fucking minds. Jesus, man. Like, y'all made my fucking head hurt. I get it. It was an ugly fucking loss. Ugly, pitiful, no effort, no fucking energy. But Jesus Christ, we're 3 weeks in. We're 2-1. We're down 4 fucking starters. I think more, Sammer said. I don't even fucking know at this point. Like, take a collective fucking breath. Did I like it? No. Was I fucking pissed off? Yes. You know, do I hate fucking Champagne's guts? Yes. I can't stand the guy. But fuck shit. Everybody take a fucking breather, man. I had to literally log off of fucking Twitter last night. I saw wild shit. I saw Blow It Up. I saw Fire Todd Bowles. I saw Jason and Stapp. Like, what are we talking about here?
How about all the Baker guys? How about the Baker haters who came out of nowhere, who had no problem with Baker for 2 whole weeks? All of a sudden, now you see it. See that?
There's a segment of this fan base that literally makes me fucking sick. It's like you root for the team to do bad.
Listen,
so it fits your narrative. It's like you love living in misery.
Yep,
I left that all in the rearview mirror when Tom came here. You know what? It got us a fucking Super Bowl, and I love the fucking ride. The whole way was amazing. What the fuck, man?
It's those fans, Latte, that want to live in the misery. They don't know any other way. They can't just be in the moment. And look, it's going to sound like excuses, but man, at the end of the day, it finally caught up with us. We didn't have our starting right tackle. Okay, our interior line's not playing well regardless. Don't have the best safety in the NFL. We don't have the 2 main monsters in the middle of the defensive line that make a lot of what we do work, especially Vita Vea. I mean, what eventually it catches up. It doesn't make an excuse for the effort. I don't think they actually overlooked this team. I just think they came out flat, no energy. Maybe like you're saying, Latte, they put in a lot for that Lions game. They took that game very seriously in terms of a playoff effort. So maybe I will question the effort a little bit, but sometimes you just lose a game, man. You get outplayed, you get out physical, you get out schemed. It just didn't look good. I mean, how many times are you going to blitz and just run into a fucking wall? I mean, I think it's that and partially the injuries, and I think this is a good thing to happen before the Eagles game. You get your ass kicked, you get embarrassed, you look in the mirror, and you got to fucking kind of man up a little bit. You got to pick up your balls, put them back in, and figure it out.
I wanted to tweet that out so bad last night, but it was so toxic. I was like, I am not going to make my day worse than it was at that fucking game. I'm not going to do it, but I wanted to tweet that so bad. Sometimes teams need this. You know who else lost? Houston lost. What the fuck?
How about the Niners?
The fucking Niners lost to a completely decimated Rams team. Fucking receivers. Every offensive lineman missing. It happens. This is the NFL, guys. They all get paid. And guess who fucking hates our guts as much as we hate him? Sean fucking asshole Mal Payton. He couldn't wait to come here and fucking shove it up. He just could not wait. And Sammer's right. He had, and Plus said in the chat, he had, for some reason, he has Todd Bowles' number, except when it counted in the divisional round. Fuck you, you piece of shit. We ended Drew Brees and we closed down your fucking Caesar Pizza Dome. But he has his number. Sammer and I kept saying, like, dude, they're sending blitzes from everywhere and they're not getting home. They're sending delayed blitzes. They're sending blitzes up the middle, and they're sending blitzes off the edge. And they were not working. Sean had the fucking. He had the number.
But some of that, Latte, is the guys that are playing, the inside guys, Greg Gaines and those. Not only are they not good, their effort was absolute dog shit, dude. There's times where they just. Greg Gaines at one point just stood there, like not even touching, just kind of just standing there, like watching while everyone's blitzing. He's just standing there. He's not covering anybody. He's not pushing anybody. At least lean, dude. Like it's and you guys.
Sam, are you talking about the guy predicted to be defensive player of the game, Greg Gaines? That guy?
You stupid mother.
That guy right there?
He actually had a good game too against Detroit.
Listen, that's what happens when you get me rooting for somebody. They just turn out to be dog shit.
No, you know what? Hold on, Sank.
No. You've had your time.
You're wrong. Because you fucked this game up.
No. You, Latte, got to let it out. I haven't yet. Okay? It was extremely fucking frustrating to watch. I'm sure you were there in person. My 100-year-old grandchild, he had his first birthday yesterday. I couldn't be at the game. Thank goodness he saved me the misery.
That's why we lost, though.
In stadium.
We've won the last 3 home games. We've won the last 3 home games with you in the stadium.
We're all together.
You skipped it on top of putting out the negative bullshit that you put out. Okay. And then you're sitting at a birthday party eating fucking cake and ice cream and fucking drinking apple juice.
Billy Madison. Billy Madison birthday party, bro.
And probably going, I was right. I was right. Sam was finally going to let me talk on the podcast. I know what you're doing, dude. You did this. You manufactured this loss for the Bucs in the fan base.
I don't drink apple juice.
They were guys in the chat, by the way.
Capri Suns. Thank you very much.
Capri Suns. Grow up. Apple juice. Okay, listen. Guys in the chat. Then Sam and I get a fucking text message around 8 p.m. Like we're supposed to be kumbaya from Stank being like, I'm so glad I missed the game. Sam's response was brilliant. Fuck you. It was perfect. That's it. 2 words. Nothing else. Fuck you, man.
I threw my phone into the wall, and I ended up having going this morning to buy a new phone.
Get a new phone.
I broke the first ever time I've never broken a phone before.
That's bad.
Never dropped it, never shattered a glass, none of that. I threw my phone out of it just because this motherfucker had the gall, the audacity to text me after I sat through that nonsense while he was out there having, like I said, ice cream, cake, fucking opening presents, Capri Suns, the whole deal. Probably played with water balloons, right? You look like a water balloon kid, Stank. Probably a little slip and slide action, right?
Just because I
didn't get to go to that.
Because you didn't have any birthday parties when you were a kid, and we were out there playing with water balloons, doesn't mean I had anything to do with the Bucs showing up. Okay, I wish they were out there playing with water balloons. It would have been more entertaining than the fucking product that we saw on the field.
Would have been more effort. Would have been more effort.
Holy shit. Do you have any more to let out, Stank, since we interrupted you?
I never got a chance to let it out.
Let it out, bro. The floor is yours. Look, I'm muting myself. Go.
There's plenty of excuses to be made, right? We are missing all the people you said. You guys laid it out so eloquently, but none of it matters because the effort really fucking sucked. And they didn't have a plan, and Liam didn't adjust, and they were throwing the kitchen sink at our absolutely dreadful offensive line, and we had no answers for it. And that's probably the most frustrating part. We had no Kancey, we had no Vita. We have the UPS drivers up there. We expected that there's going to be a little ugly there, right? But
you need to stop saying UPS drivers, motherfucker. Say FedEx or something, okay? Stop disrespecting my brother.
IPS drivers.
The IPS drivers up there, but the effort on offense was the most disappointing thing. The defense actually in the second half gave the team an opportunity to come back and win, and we just couldn't get fuck all going. And yes, I don't know what it is. Sean's got the recipe, right? I even heard he was telling his guys, go look at the Saints film. Clearly, he's had a lot of success against our personnel group because it's a different offense, but that didn't matter. They played us like they always play us. They really made our lives miserable, and it was just frustrating to see. And now, the recipe's out there now. You already know what's coming this week. A team that has vengeance in our eyes because we sent them home in the playoffs and
whooped their ass.
Yeah, we whooped their ass, right?
So before we preview this Eagles game, let's talk about this offensive line nonsense, okay? So the thing, like, we love Liam. Honestly, I do think he's a massive upgrade. But he's going to have an up and down type of scenario throughout the season because he is still a little bit new at this, right? And there's going to be times where you just get out schemed. But here's my problem with it. He's known for 2 weeks that he's not going to have his starting right tackle. How have you not figured out a way going into the game to combat that? Like, why are we reacting, to us not having a right tackle? We should be proactive, not reactionary to this.
He was being. We kept,
but not really. But not
game long to help him out. That wasn't even.
But why aren't you?
It wasn't all skill yesterday.
No, it wasn't all skill.
I get that, but if you know what
got fucking beat, Barton got beat.
But let me finish. I'm not saying just because of him. I'm saying you saw what they're doing to you. You're not able to run the ball. They're giving you cover 2. Call a screen pass. Do something to slow down the rush that's clearly beating all your guys. No offense to the Bucs and Tristan Wirfs, but Tristan Wirfs played like dog shit. I don't care what PFF tells you. He hasn't played well. He hasn't played like Graham. Completely terrible. Mock, Bredesen, they all play like shit. Is it because of Skule? No. When we run to the left side, we gave 1 and 0. That's not Skule's job. I'm sorry. It's just not. And that's something going on. We can't run the ball against a 29th ranked rush defense. There's something wrong there. There's something wrong. And it's not the running backs only. It's like everything involved.
The problem is when you lose, get a key. You know, Sean already knew that we were going to have Otten in there for most plays. You're taking a guy out of the route, you know, pretty much the entire game. They knew how we were going to respond based on what happened in Detroit. It was obvious. They knew we were going to try to run the ball because we're going to have 6 up there every single time, to try to chip every single time. And it put us at a disadvantage to where they dictated to us. And then they just kept hammering the blitzes. And Baker lost his composure yesterday. He was
scared, seeing ghosts, everything.
Scared. He was, you know, they knew that one of the main reasons we were able to beat Washington in Detroit because Baker hurt them with his feet and kept extending the plays. They had a plan for that. It didn't work. They knew what we were going to do, and it was a beautiful game plan and execution by Denver, who has a pretty good defense, by the way. And just physically, one-on-one up front, we got our ass whooped. You could feel, I don't know. I know you guys, it just looked like they were bigger than us out there. From the get-go, it was like a JV team playing a varsity team. Something was fucking off from the very jump street, and they came down, drove down the field, too fucking easy. And it's like from that point on, you know, we collectively held our breaths and just couldn't fight back. It sucked.
What?
It sucked.
Nothing worked on.
I'm with fucking Mel Kiper. Todd. Fucking cover 2 should be banned. Because that's not going to do. They played cover 2. They said, fuck you guys. You're not beating us with chunk plays. That we know that's what you like to do. We know you take shots at 13. You kill up the seam with fucking with Godwin and the flats and stuff. We're not going to let you do that. We're going to dare you to run the fucking ball. And we couldn't fucking do it. And yes, you nailed it, Stank. We are Baker Bros, except for you're still kind of Trash. Secretly, you hope Trash would start.
Yeah, I know.
Baker lost his composure. He was seeing ghosts out there. The pressure was getting to him. He didn't have a good game. And Sammer, you mentioned screens. Rashad was open a lot in the fucking flat, and he would not pull the fucking trigger.
Well,
like, what the fuck?
I mean, I'm saying like design screens where you're getting your guys out there running. And I get some of that is kind of limited with Skule there because you don't want to, you know, telegraph that you're going to the left side every single time or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, you know, they got to him early. He throws the pick. And then he just looked indecisive. He looked like he didn't trust his eyes. He looked like he didn't want to look around. He looked like he wanted to. He was bailing way too soon. He wasn't trusting any of these guys in front of him. A couple of guys fall in his lap. And next thing you know, it's just like, even when he had a chance to run, he still didn't know if he was going to run or not. It was like, what is he doing? And then, and like you said, Latte, when you play cover 2, you're telling the offense, run the ball. And if they're telling you that, they're sending you a message. We do not respect your run game. We are not afraid of it. If you beat us, we're just going to have to react to it. And we don't think you're going to. And they did. And they're getting Baker without blitzing too, man. Front four was getting to him. Like it was just bad. That's what I was saying. Like, how does Liam not have like something built? It's like they went into this game thinking this is our running tune-up game. We're going to run the ball. We're going to go very vanilla. We're going to have a little bit of grinded out game. We're not going to need to go crazy. And then they kind of ran out of plays, and you don't like to call plays outside of your game plan in a game week. So you just go with what you had. They unloaded the chamber on the one scoring drive. We had the gadget counter plays with the motion and the dressing. Got us 32-13. They got 9 yards of Rashad, and we finally scored. And after that, like, I don't know. They even went 5 wide, didn't do shit.
But Sammer, we went into this game with a known handicap, right? Liam in his defense, tried last week against Detroit to say, fuck it, I'm still going to run this offense. I'm not going to give Skule all this help all the time. I still need to do what I do. But this week, after getting our ass pounded last week, he did. He tried to help Skule out in the backs, and everybody was so focused on that, and it just made everything fucking
it limited what he could put out.
Everything. The playbook was and one thing it's clear that this offense is missing is a deep speed threat. We I don't know. Trey Palmer's not on this team anymore. I don't know what's going on, but they didn't scare anybody out there speed wise, and I don't know. They just had the recipe, man. It was fucking frustrating as shit.
Yeah, but it's hard to beat cover 2 with that, Stank, like Latte was saying. Go ahead,
It is. Yeah. You beat it up the seam. Yeah. Anyways, Cali Bucks, I love you, bro. You always hate Stank, so we love you, Sam. I love you. But saying losing a game isn't the same as losing to the Broncos. The Broncos are trash, guys. And imagine being a fucking Joe Burrow. What the fuck? A Bengals fan losing to the Patriots week 1, right? Like the Patriots supposed to be picking. They predicted to pick number 1. Again, I told you Houston lost. Good teams lost to 49ers. Like, these are fucking NFL teams. I don't give a fuck about like trash, not trash. They're still an NFL team, and they're not as trash, like Stank just pointed out, on defense as people say they are.
No, they're not.
Yeah. They really aren't. And they have a corner that can shut down 13, and maybe
They've been in all their games because of their defense, honestly. But most of the 2 teams they played before us ran the ball. They ran it effectively.
You want to read it?
And got away with it. Frozen Pirate Podcast says the Broncos kept the banged up Buccaneers defense on the 7+ minutes on the field in the third quarter. Buccaneers have a tough schedule upcoming. I mean, that's kind of been the recipe, right? The last
6-yard drive that you said, Sam. They took it away for 6. Yeah,
that's been the recipe for the last 2-3 years, honestly, since Todd's been here. If you can just keep that defense out there, you wear them down. I don't think they got worn down necessarily in the second half. I think it was the offense just really. Don't get me wrong. They played like shit in the first half. The defense. They should have had. I mean, imagine Anthony Nelson getting a clean line to the quarterback, missing what could have been a 6-yard loss on a sack, turns into 22 yards the other way. That's a 28-yard fucking flip, dude. That's massive. Like those guys they're not starters, but damn, dude, holy shit. Do you miss a guy in the middle that can flush the quarterback straight backwards as opposed to giving that hole up the middle? Greg Gaines played terribly. This is what I
expected last week, right? The defensive performance, just because. I whatever. You can hate Todd Bowles. I don't give a fuck who you have coaching that defense. We're missing major pieces at every single level, from Winfield to our best pass rusher in Kansas City to Vita Vea. The list goes on and on and on and on. By the way, Crown also donated earlier. Bucs Nation needs to lace up. Bucs Nation need to lace up. The next 7 weeks will determine our entire season. Crying over a week 3 loss is weak as fuck. It's time to fuck Philly. Well, I agree, but this is the day we cry about it, and we got one day, right? One day we talk about it, and then we move the fuck on, because we already know that stupid piece of shit fan base is going to come 40,000 deep and take over our town and take over our stadium. And we're going to have plenty of time to talk about that.
Bucks by 30 says, and by the way, I've already put this shit to bed. I'm talking about this for you guys. I'm done. I've already moved on. I'm done with this shit. I've been here. I've been with this pain. I'm not going to dwell on it. Bucks by 30 said, Taz needs to stop playing corners to 8 to 10 yards off the ball. Sam and I were yelling this all day. And look, transparently, you guys know this. It's not a secret. We have a relationship with Todd, but it fucking hurts my head sometimes when we do that. I don't understand. But here's the same thing, Super Bowl run year against the Chiefs, and then all of a sudden we didn't do it. The second time we faced them, we played fucking pressed up front, made him hold the ball half a second more. Like, I don't understand what we're saying it all game. Like, it's a rookie fucking quarterback. Make the throws hard. He's playing fucking pitch and catch. What the fuck are we doing?
The first drive they went man press, and I think Jamel got beat or McCullum got beat, right? And then after that, he kind of pulled him back. But the longer we watch the game, Zion started creeping up closer and playing closer. And then Jamel Dean kept getting further and further away. And I kept thinking, is it because he's facing the faster of the 2 wide receivers? Is he giving him cushion for safety? But at that point, it just became, however far Jamel Dean was playing you would go 1 yard short and just turn around. And you were getting a first down or running out to the side. Like, it was that easy. And it's a rookie quarterback. Make him throw a perfect pass every single time. And if you could beat over the top, Like, I'm okay with that, man, as opposed to this pitch and catch bullshit. Jamel Dean was just giving up first downs. They weren't out scheming us at that point. Like, just, hey, wherever Jamel's, just throw the ball there. It's pretty easy. He's going to turn around. He's got 8, 9, 10, 11 yards almost every single time. 3rd and 3, Latte. Jamel Dean was 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, man. Like, what are we doing? If he runs a slant, it's an easy fucking first down. Instead, they will run a hitch. It was even easier.
That with Sam, and I'm like,
I know where the ball's going. It's easy. Oh my God, dude, come on.
Yeah,
and then on top of that, we didn't tackle anything.
We've seen this shit from him before.
No.
Yes, we have.
We've seen Mike Smith say it's up to the corners.
Yeah, we've seen that.
If I see Zion, hold on, Stank. If I see Zion man press and Jamel is all the way off on the opposite side, who is that? Whose fault is that?
You don't know, because we don't know who's supposed to drop back, who's in rotation. And Farouk Awab, you answer the question. How the fuck did Denver's backup right tackle shut down Yaya and JTS? When you don't have Vita Vea,
No, not him.
Hold on. Let me finish. When you don't have Vita Vea and Cansey, they can help out if they need to, right? Nobody's got the double team anymore. You're not double teaming fucking Greg Gaines and Green and whoever else the fuck. Bro, William Golston couldn't look any older out there, right?
No.
It just makes the offensive lineman's job just so much fucking easier, right? It doesn't really matter. We don't have a Myles Garrett out there, right? We don't have that guy. That's not what Yaya is. That's not what JTS is. Clearly, we don't have that type of blue chip pass rusher, but they're good enough to beat a guy like that. But especially when you have Vita and Cansey.
Somebody commanding double teams on the inside, and somebody that can pass rush up the middle. Like,
they can't even stunt. Nobody's going to respect that shit. It's got these dummies in the middle.
It's actually worse than you guys know. Even when they sent 5, 6, 7 guys, he stonewalled every human being that came to him. Like, this guy's never played in the NFL before. He played 2 snaps last week after the injury, and he stonewalled every blitzer that we sent. Levante, Tyke Smith, KJ Britt, Servassier Dennis, Chris Braswell, every human being we sent that way got stopped. I was like, what is going on? And that's the other thing, too. How can we blitz so often, 48% of the time, and not get to the quarterback? We were 32nd last week at the end of the league, at the end of the season, in terms of the league, in terms of sacks by our defense. We got 0 sacks this week, so now we're 35th probably at this point. Like,
they were ready for it, Sammer.
How?
They knew. I'll tell you how. They knew.
It's a numbers game, Stank. It's a numbers game.
It is, but they knew there was no way we were going to get any pressure unless we brought the blitzes. They just knew it. Again, we're so hampered. On defense, we got 2 arms tied behind our back. They knew exactly what the game plan was on both sides of the ball, and we got exposed by the worst coach I've ever seen in my life. Listen, I lost sleep last night. When people say rent free, I was thinking about Sean Payton in bed next to my beautiful wife last night. That's how angry I was.
You ate a lot of cake. You'd not lose any sleep.
Well, that doesn't mean I can't. I eat my feelings completely.
I just fucking. It
I do
really
look. I do
chaps
look
my
fat
ass, man. I fucking hate Sean Payton.
Talking about chapped ass.
You know what? I hate. You know what? I
Chaps
hate
my
yourself.
ass mouth.
Because we have so many passionate fans in the fucking chat room right now. Just everybody here, and no way that we can take a phone call from any of them. They need to bust. All right. You know how loose cannons fans who've been here from the beginning used to be able to call, and they used to be able to get it off their chest. They need a release. All right. They're so backed up.
Should we open the lines back up or do a voicemail show or something? Is that what you're saying?
We should absolutely.
Maybe like a Bucking Idiots episode?
Show of hands if you want to fucking be heard, because that's what Loose Cannons was all about.
Can't they call into the Bucking Idiots voicemail line?
They could. This shit, whatever you've created, you've taken away the voice of the fucking people. Cali Bucks, fuck you. I don't care what you say. All right? Your donation isn't going to get read. Eat shit.
At the end of the day, hold on. Let's all calm down. At the end of the day, okay, this is therapy for us, the 3 of us here. At the end of the day, it's one loss. A loss that I could explain at least a little bit. But
hurry up.
There's no time to wallow in it.
No, I'm not wallowing. I told you, I already moved on, man. Listen.
I agree. I think the team will too.
Latte, you haven't heard Bucks by 30 say Bo Nix, Stevie Nicks, Carl Nicks, the Bucks by 30. We haven't even heard that in 2 years, I feel like.
When the phone line was open for that entire last year that it was, he didn't call in but once. So maybe you should get on him about that.
We got a 49 super chat from Cali Bucks that says Evans will always have the best cornerback on him. That's not an excuse not to target him. Rarely will he be wide open, throw a jump ball, let him go get it. We tried that. We tried that, and he threw a fucking pick. Like, we tried that. They're playing cover 2. Their bracket, you can't. Sometimes you can, but fuck, you can't just throw it into double coverage. Always, you just can't. You just. You can't,
listen,
you just can't do that.
To King Cook, who keeps saying this wasn't just one loss situation, it was a major ugly ass loss. Let's keep it G here. The Lions last week, pretty ugly loss. Wouldn't you agree?
Pretty ugly, yeah.
Yeah, and they're back to winning. Like every team's going to have this. You think the Houston Texans are going to pack it up?
Super Bowl bound Houston Texans, right?
Yeah,
I
mean, how about
49ers? 49ers?
Yeah, are the Minnesota Vikings actually going to win the Super Bowl because they're 3-0? No, they're not. It's still Sam Darnold, dude. So yeah, it does matter. It's a week-to-week league. I think they played up to that Lions game. They played it like a playoff game, and I think that tells me that they played down to Washington or to the Broncos, and that maybe they'll play back up to the Eagles. That just happens. It's in the end. It's just in the college ranks you can do that and get away with it because you're just talented. Can't do it in the NFL, like you said.
One interception doesn't mean you never look at him again. Come on, Callie. You know damn well that's not what I meant, dude. Come on. One interception means you don't throw it in double coverage again.
You know it's a fucked up day when I'm agreeing with Callie Bucs. God, fuck this day. Fuck yesterday. Fuck day. I just want to. I don't know. I need to puke. I want to puke.
The one thing I will say that kind of mirrors a little bit what he's saying. I think he's trying to maybe say that sometimes Baker needs to understand that Mike's not necessarily open visually. And sometimes you just got to give him the ball, like get the ball up there, like just throw it to him.
To Jameis him the ball.
Sometimes you got to, but be obviously not with that reckless, abandon that he had. But like sometimes you just got to give him a 50-50 ball because it's not 50-50 with Mike. It's 75-25. And just, you got to pick and choose when. You got to know how to throw it up. You can't throw it down here. It's got to be high where if only he gets, only he's getting it right. So I get that. And sometimes you need that to spark the team. We didn't really have that. We had Bucky Irving spark the team a little bit with the gadgetiness, but then we kind of went back in our tank, in our shell. We didn't really get creative again. It was just an ugly game, man. Just an ugly day. It is what it is.
Can we just put this shit to bed? Now I got people in the chat saying I hate Jameis, but he at least knew how to jump ball. Christ. Oh my god.
I feel good, bro. I feel like I've gotten off my chest. Okay.
And yeah, Baker did hold on to the ball. He panicked in the pocket.
Baker played like shit.
Yeah, he didn't. He stopped seeing the field. He was looking down at the rush. It was obvious. Guys were open in front of him. Guys were open to the side. And he ran out of the pocket a couple of times instead of just staying there for an extra half a second when there was no actual pressure. And Mike Evans is crossing across the field wide open. Jalen McMillan wide open. So yeah, I'm not going to pretend that Baker was perfect yesterday. He was far from it. I mean, you don't play like that and say your quarterback played well. It's not. We're not fucking idiots.
You know what? Thank God for my friend Bucky Irving, dude. Because otherwise the offense was just unwatchable yesterday. If there was one bright spot, and this is a big Bucky Irving show, right?
Zion was a bright spot too, man.
Zion, Bucky, they went out there and they despite everything going on, they showed up when they had to. Lavonte David, clearly. I mean, we're not even talking about almost being in the game if Lavonte just doesn't show up and fucking knock the ball out and give us an opportunity to be like within a fucking score by halftime, but we still couldn't capitalize on that. Anyways.
But, yeah, I mean, I could say, Braswell had an okay game. He had some pressures. He actually flashed. Didn't create a sack. Didn't really.
JTS was this close in the end zone to getting a fucking safety.
Yeah, I mean,
that was the only play I saw though.
And I think Chris Braswell had 2 in a row on one series, but I mean, we've seen him at least this time. He's a rookie. I wouldn't expect him much, but I don't know, man. Zion's a stud. Stank, you're pretty wrong about that one. I'll tell you that. Dude's a stud. How about what's his name?
Kelly said, "How does Zion go from not being able to tackle to this?" Y'all can say whatever you want, Cap, whatever you want. I said this earlier. Todd Bowles, that's what he does. He develops fucking corners. He develops secondary players. That's what he does. Love him, hate him. Carlton was even worse before Todd got here. Love him, hate him. Dean was worse before Todd got here. They all got better. Whitehead, everybody.
Frozen.
We got another
Pirate Podcast, $4.99 super chat. Thank you again. Any given Sunday, anybody can beat the Bucs. Saints, fuck them, and Falcons all lost. The Panthers won. Just a weird week in football. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they won the shit bowl yesterday. Them and the Raiders played, and they ended up winning the shit bowl with the Red Rocket at quarterback.
Westside Sports $4.99 super chat says, one thing I have against Baker, and this is my guy since OU, he got gun shy when the pocket was shoddy. Mm-hmm. He's got to trust the guys and let it rip. I 100% agree with you, dude. And hey, guess what? You know what we saw last week against Detroit? We saw a fucking Jared Goff get shoddy and fucking not trust his own because we may not have been sacking him. We were pressuring him. We hit him like fucking 10 times. They're fucking human beings. They're not robots, guys. I'm not making an excuse. He played like shit. He held onto the ball. He did everything you're saying, but he was getting fucking popped. And after a while, I don't know, man. I'm not that big. I would not want to get popped over and over again by 300-pound linemen. Does not feel good. Don't recommend it.
And he admitted
12
as
sacks.
much.
He admitted it.
He admitted it in the post game show. He knew that he shit the bed yesterday. Honestly, worst game he's had since he's been here so far, in my opinion. Maybe not statistically, but just as far as like him losing his composure. That's the bad Baker, right? That's the one that got him sent to 3 teams. I don't think that's who he is. I really do believe that we're going to get healthy and we're going to give a better effort this week against Philly, which is going to be an undertaking because
they have some more new weapons, dude.
they're hungry. They've got some weapons. Bro. They're bloodthirsty. They're out for fucking blood, and it's good. You know what? We need this fucking.
They
game.
are beatable. They are
because
beatable.
This team. You know what? Our identity as Bucs is to be counted out. Like Baker's not the same when everybody's like, "Oh, you're great. You're the top 5 quarterback." Like he needs to be doubted. Everybody needs to be fucking against him. He
needed 12 sacks in 2 weeks. You're right. He needed to be sacked 12 times.
He needed that. He needed 12, maybe
not counting
13,
quarterback hits and rushes.
Right. He needed that. So this week, nobody's going to give us a chance to win this fucking football game, right? And maybe we just get that Bucs mojo back where it's us against the world, and we go out there and we punch that stupid fucking Eagles team right in their mouth, and we send them home crying again. You know what?
Who do we need more? Who do we need back more health-wise? Luke or Vita Vea?
Jesus Christ, bro. Come on, man. That's caviar champagne. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
I think Vita would have played. I think Vita would have played if had.
I think Vita too.
Had it been the Eagles, like I feel like they did say, you know what, we got the 7-game stretch coming, which is a murderer's row. The next 7 games is just honestly unfair.
Put a vote up. Put a vote up, because everybody's putting their opinion. Who do you guys think we need back more? In the last 5 minutes of the show here, Vita or Luke? Man, that's
my thing is. I really do think they rested Vita for this game. I think Kancey, same thing. They've been kind of waiting to get him for this game. Luke, you'd imagine. I mean, maybe Kancey a 50-50, but Luke, you'd imagine, should be back from a 2-week concussion at this point. It'd be 3 weeks at this. It's just, I think they play up to their competition. I think they're going to see it as a playoff game. But, man, that gauntlet stretch you're talking about, not the worst thing for your team to have a gut check, have to answer the call, show us what they're made of. I mean, after that, too, it's kind of smooth sailing. You get through that at 500, you get through that 2 games over, in terms of that stretch of games, you're in a good spot. You got some good confidence. You go in and you kind of start hitting your stride. Guys start coming back. We got Antoine back. I think it's shitty to say it, man, but like if I were to pick a game to lose before, it would have been this one, I guess, right? Because you don't want to go overly confident into the Eagles game because but they're not unstoppable. They're not some like impossible to win beat Eagles team. Go ahead, Latte.
No, said it on the front end of the show that sometimes teams need this. I mean,
yeah.
Well, like Zion said, we've been a little too happy around here.
Had Dallas Goedert not had the game of his life yesterday, they're coming into this game with 2 straight losses. Thank God, by the way. Thank you. I fuck you Eagles, but thank you.
Thanks for winning.
Thank you, Eagles.
Thank you. It made me feel a little bit.
That was such a disgusting game to watch. By the way, like who do you root for? It's like, ugh. But I'm not gonna lie, I felt good that the Saints lost. It's like, fuck
no, yeah. It clearly when you see them on the same field, you realize who it's not even close how much I hate the Saints versus the Eagles. I do hate the Eagles, but it not even close, bro. The Saints might as well. I was going to say something regrettable, bro. All right. The Saints are just bad. Okay. I was going to say something.
Wow. That's great
evil.
Insight.
Really evil.
Nah.
But you know what? I just don't like them.
Don't go evil.
Hey, listen.
Let's put this shit to bed.
Yeah. I feel like talked about it, let it out. All right. I had to sit in an amazing sprinter ride home from that game, right? It was a terrible experience, right?
You got soft on us, bro. Hey, just like our team.
Yeah. By the way, fuck you for not inviting me and Stank to the sprinter, huh?
Yeah.
It's coming from Sarasota. It makes no logistical sense.
Why not? We weren't on the sprinter. So bullshit.
Yeah. You're not allowed in that sprinter.
I tweeted out the name of my driver so you guys could contact him at any time.
Listen,
you can even text him.
If the love was real, you would drive past the stadium to my fucking house, 45 minutes, pick me up, Then on the way back, pick up Stank. Then go to the game. Then after the game, drive 45 minutes north, drop me off. Then drop off Stank.
Dude,
Then go home.
No, man. We were eating steak. We were eating steak on the ride up. It would have been weird for you to come in as we're finishing the meats. It would have been odd, I mean, imagine. Hold on, you guys aren't feeling bad enough for me, dude. I just like cry in that Sprinter on the way home, dude.
Cry and eat your steak, your perfectly medium rare steak, you fucking asshole.
Latte,
it was terrible.
If it's not bad enough, Latte,
It ruined my drive home.
Now I got to hear Samard's Arab child shame me because I don't have a Sprinter.
You don't have a Sprinter, man.
I don't have a Sprinter.
Hey, you know what's funny? Stank, this is funny. On the way to the house, right, in the Sprinter, he goes, Papa, you know what? Like, this is so much better than when we went to the game in Stank's car. What was that thing? It was just like a weird truck.
What was that thing?
He's like,
Gladiator.
This is so much better. Look, I can spread my legs out. We can lay down. He's like, look, I can run around. He's like, I have TVs in here. So this is way better than when Stank took us in his weird truck. That's what he calls it, the weird truck.
Great.
Just so you know.
Let's get out of here.
Hey, all right. Don't forget to hit the like button and leave us a comment. Make fun of Stank or congratulate him. He doesn't get his flowers very often, so I will allow it this one time. And if you are new, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to check out our new channel where all of the 813's content lives, including multiple other shows like Inside the 813, Fully Loaded Podcast, The Huddle with Benjamin Albright and Jake Arians, tons of Moneyline Dogs, betting, gambling show, NFL wide, all good stuff. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on that link that's in the description below. And of course, check out www.the813.tv where you'll see my beautiful face, Stank's ugly face, and Latte's beautiful voice. Once a week at least on there. And we're going to have our podcasts on there. You also got Rock Riley dropping knowledge and shit every single day. And of course, the entire writing staff that we have. So make sure you guys check that out. And go find a Saints fan and punch him in the face because of them and Sean Payton.
I'll say this real quick because, I said at the end of the show last week and, we'll figure out Thursday how I'm feeling. But we whipped it out, boys. We did.
We did. There's a bigger.
And they just had a bigger one. They took that club and they hit us right across the fucking face.
Yeah. Sometimes
we just went, all right, my bad. It's cold. It's cold, man. Give me a second. And they didn't give us a second to get warmed up. Sometimes you get warm up. You know what I'm saying? Stank, you're an old guy. Sometimes you got to warm. It's, we're not exactly a fucking fuel injected engine, right? We're more calm.
But you could be Latte if you checked out hims.coms. Okay.
Hims.com.
Hims.com. Okay. I'm just saying. Hims.com.
Look for that.
Getting the sponsor, trying to get that sponsorship, dude. I will sell the fuck out of some mints. Don't worry about me. Okay. I will Listen, sometimes you whip it out, and sometimes the guy whipping it out in front of you
work for a dick pill company. We're looking for one.
Yeah,
we're looking for one.
We're looking for one. For Rukawab, I feel like for some reason you sell dick pills. Cali Bucs?
Are you saying we or the Bucs did a dick?
No, but we can pimp them.
We can pimp
you're the official
pills.
barber. You're the official barber of the Bucs. So
imagine get a fade, give him a 10 of mints. I mean, check out these mints.
Chad Johnson said he takes one of these report games. Just shut the
No, that's a different company though. But listen. All I'm saying is sometimes, like Latte said, you whip it out, and sometimes the other guy whipping it out is a guy named Shane Diesel. It happens. Or Stephen Beck.
No, it's bullshit because Sean Payton, he had them watching. It's back. It's back.
The other Stephen Beck.
Get it?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's not fair though, guys. I feel like Sean had those guys warmed up in the locker room in the tunnel. You showing them tape, you know what I'm saying? X-rated tape. You know what I'm saying?
He himself was warming them up.
And he had flubbers. He had flubbers in the locker room.
We were sitting in the tunnel.
Fluffer.
We were sitting in the tunnle, like, I'm excited. And Sean's over there stroking them. And then we whipped it out. We weren't quite ready, right? We're a grower. We're not really a shower. We're a grower.
We are a grower.
They just go Bucs.
Yeah, we're a grower, and the older you get in this team's, it's not, we got some older leadership out there. Wait, are we still recording?
Go Bucs. Get yourself a fluffer. If you don't know what that is, Google it.
It's kickoff, set it off. Go to Vegas, bet it all. Put it on the Bucs win, whoever they gon' play gon' fall. Don't say I ain't told y'all. Loose cannons gon' fold y'all. Yeah, the Heat be 9-3, but it gets real cold in the fall. That's when the season start. Bucs coming 40 hard. Win after win, ripping the division apart. Panthers, they pussycats. Falcons got bird flu. Take the Ravens and Dolphins.